Nigeria activist calls Trump a dictator. Warns if US can invade Venezuela, they can invade Nigeria. It should invade now. A Nigerian human rights activist, Ajena A. Roberts, has criticized the United States over its sustained actions against Venezuela, describing Washington's posture as hypocritical, imperialistic, and dangerous threat to global sovereignty. In a statement titled The Hypocrisy of Empire, Why the US Assault on Venezuela is a Threat to Us All, Roberts accused the United States of masking economic and geopolitical ambitions behind claims of promoting democracy. According to him, the persistent branding of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro as a dictator serves as a convenient pretext for what he described as a naked struggle for control over Venezuela's vast natural resources. The United States campaign against Venezuela reads like a grotesque parody of moralism, where the oppressors dons the cloak of virtue. Maduro's dictatorship is a rallying cry, but let us dissect this narrative with surgical precision. Okay now, doctor. This is not a crusade for democracy. It is a naked grab for power, resources, and hegemony, he said. But since they arrested him now, have you heard that Trump took anything from their country, or he has started controlling anything from their country? They haven't done that. So what is it? He wants to grab power, resources, and hegemony. What has he grabbed? Robert argued that authoritarianism is inherent in most modern states, contending that elections merely provide limited checks on power rather than eliminating dictatorship altogether. The irony is suffocating. Every nation state, by its very nature, operates through authoritarian structures. All leaders are dictators, some merely clothed in electoral legitimacy, so why single out Venezuela alone? The US President Donald Trump is a dictator. It takes a dictator to arrest the president of another sovereign nation on foreign soil alongside his wife and fly him to the United States using military force, he stated. He cited what is described as US double standard, accusing Washington of tolerating drug cartels, shielding powerful elites, and selectively criminalizing perceived enemies while projecting itself as a global moral authority. The activists further warned that the assault on Venezuela reflects a broader pattern of modern neocolonialism, particularly against countries in the global south. Using Nigeria as an example, Roberts alleged that foreign powers routinely disguise self-interest as benevolence, claiming that the United States and Israel operate under the pretext of protecting Christians. Oh, really? China under development partnership, Russia under security cooperation, and Europe under the banner of promoting democracy. He warned that Venezuela's experience should serve as a wake-up call for other developing nations. That is what people should be doing, so that they will not come and do the same thing to you. Do better. Do better. Roberts concluded by urging countries of the global south to resist foreign domination, declaring that they must not become puppets in global power struggles. Many argue that governance in a capitalist world demands centralized control, but respect for the rule of law and that humanity should come first. Elections offer a limited check on this power, not absolution, he said. Trump's language is all about Venezuela's oil, our land and resources. There is no mention of democracy until the script demands it. Okay, the US incubates drug cartels, pardon elites, yes, criminalize others. Is your president not a dictator? Nigeria's last three leaders, the global north moralism is a farce. In Nigeria, the US and Israel come under the guise of protecting Christians. China comes under the guise of developing Nigeria. Russia comes under the guise of security, and Europe country comes under the guise of ensuring democracy. So if everybody is coming under a guise, why are you still relating with these people? If everybody is pretending to help you, meanwhile, they want something in return. So everybody almost always wants something in return. And yet all these are veils for exploitation. No nation uplifts another. Sovereignty is not a negotiable currency. If they can invade Venezuela, they can invade us. That is not about Maduro. It is about pillaging resources and erasing autonomy. We must stand with Venezuela. Have you seen Venezuela people? Did they ask you to stand by them? They are not asking you to stand by them. They are very, very happy. They are okay. Not out of partisanship, but to defend the right of self-determination. Who sends you message? Solidarity is imperative. The global south will not be puppets. Venezuela's resistance echoes ours. But the Venezuelans are not resisting now. They are happy. So what are you resisting? Chibuike says, we have Aso Rock, which is impenetrable and securely guarded by the best army in Africa, working with the brave DSS. So USA should get Tinubu and say fire. Hey, Sunday says, President Tinubu upon seeing this post with his photo will be like, who is this unnamed activist that is setting trap for me like this? I'm telling you. Just like people want to put him inside fire. Una go call Trump and one tire. Trump tell una say money dey in the dictionary abi. Elby says the North is protesting that Trump is invading Nigeria because of their oil. Which oil are they even referring to? I wonder. I wonder. For North, did they have oil there? No. They are shouting it's coming for the oil, it's coming for the oil. Which oil in I get? T. Diamond says, wife to the Venezuela president realized his husband left before dawn. Zealous man says, if Trump wants to invade the so-called Nigeria, it won't even take him 30 minutes. 30 minutes. 30 minutes is too long. Colin says, the only activists living in Nigeria right now is Dele Faris to me. I'm telling you, every other person, they're just after their stomach. Lolo Destiny says, Tinubu said you should try it now. Tinubu don't challenge you. We Nigerians are waiting to see the outcome. Hey, Abubakar Sabo says Nigerians invited him without knowing the future consequences. Which future consequences? I'm going to say about. Atolufemi Epi says the countries has different issues that needs different approach. Don't mix things up here. As M. Mola says, no nation becomes stable, prosperous, or democratic overnight. It took the United States more than 200 years through civil war, economic depression, social conflict, and institutional reforms to become what it is today. Nigeria is no different. Nigeria is a work in progress, a nation still being built. Democracy is not perfected by impatience or disengagement. It is strengthened by participation, accountability, and persistence. Every election is part of a longer journey towards institutional maturity. Progress may be slow, uneven, and sometimes painful, but it is still progress. The responsibility of citizens is clear: participate, vote, engage, hold leaders accountable. Nation building is not a spectator sport. Nigeria's future will not be shamed by apathy, but by informed and consistent civic action. Nigeria is not a failed project. It is a nation in progress. He says, the activist does not have a name. It doesn't have a name. The minute the US puts boots on ground, Biafran flag will be raised the same day. Bejoro Stephen said, that's my feeling right now. Must not be seen as right, as all human beings are seen as. Romans chapter 3 verse 23. Okay. Numi says, dictator of peace, Abi. Who is the activist? Make una dey call names to make Trump they know who they talk, I beg. My listeners, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.